Alright, so the new update's here, and I'm going to be talking about Childe, or Tartalagia, if that's what you want to call him. I think that's a pretty dope name. I don't know what's wrong with this game right now, but it's kind of blurry looking. I don't know if my eyes are deceiving me. There's some sort of quality, like pixels. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just my PC or whatever, but it's kind of odd. If you guys want the free codes, there's 2 new codes out. Also, PS4 players, you can actually redeem, I heard, every single code in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the 2 PC or crossplay codes right here on the screen right now. And let's hop right into the banner. Put it on there for another second. Alright, let's go. Okay, Tartalagia Childe. Or Childe, what? I'm pretty sure it's Childe. Alright, this man, I honestly, personally, I like him more than Jung Lee or Joan Lee. I'm trying, guys. And he has Diona with him. I'm going to be talking about if you should summon or not, okay? First, I'm going to be breaking it into 4 to 3 things. Number 1, free to play. Number 2, cheap to play. So someone who just buys the battle pass and the daily pass. Or the Welcome Moon, if that's what you want to call it. Whales, which I'm probably going to be honest, just make a joke out of it. If you're a whale and you're watching a should you summon video, you're just watching it for the hell of it. And number 4, individual, which is the most important, where I'm talking to you as a person. I want to know what you have on your account, okay? If you're free to play, should you summon a Tartaglia Childe? Or Tartaglia Childe? Here's the thing. If you're free to play, you either have no gems or a lot of gems right now. Like, I have 14k. I consider that a lot, you know what I mean? You either have a lot or none. You gotta consider, do you want Childe or not? Does he look cool enough for you? But can you beat everything in the game right now? Are you struggling with anything? No? Yes? I don't know. It's your account. If you are struggling with the game right now, consider summoning. We have 20 days. Make sure, if you're free to play, to never summon on this banner right here, because you'll get these over time and you can just keep rolling for free. Also, this is not mean catching. Mona and Chi-Chi are the rate up units. There are no rate ups on this banner. Another thing is, if you're free to play, do not summon for weapons. Rust is not bad. If you want to go for 1 Rust copy, maybe, okay? But I think you should skip on the weapon banners completely if you're free to play. Now, we're going to be talking to you, cheap to play man. I put myself in this category. We're getting, 90 primo a day. The battle pass helps us out, gets us like 10 more wishes. We're feeling good. We're feeling great. Now, I want to ask you, are you struggling with the game once again? If your answer is yes, then go ahead and summon. We have 20 days left. You definitely don't want to struggle for 20 days, right? And since you're cheap to play, primo gems are coming in for you non-stop, and you're going to be able to get what you need, right? But the thing you got to understand about cheap to play is you're not guaranteed to get every character. You do have a higher chance than free to plays. Free to plays are not guaranteed any character, basically, for a long time. Us cheap to plays are guaranteed, I'd say, like every other banner, a character we want. So I'm going to be honest with you. If you are struggling and you do want to pull Childe, go for it. And if you do want to summon on the weapon banner, you have a little bit of leeway. I think you should go for it for Rust, of course. I think it does work with Childe, and the flute is in there too, which is great. Whales, welcome. Goodbye. That's all you need to know, Whale. You're just watching this video for fun. You already have Childe. You're just like, yo, let me flex on these kids in the comment section. You know what I mean? Let's go to history and talk about individual. Now, if you're an individual, I want you to look at your account, okay? How many primos do you have? 1 pity is guaranteed at 14,400 primo gems, I believe, or right around that mark. So if you have that much, then you're guaranteed at least 1 pity, which means 1 gold. Look at your account. When was the last time you received a gold, right? For me, Venti was earned a page ago. You can do the math. Every page is 6. So I received Venti around 10 summons ago. So now I know I only need 80 wishes instead of 90. I also got to look at my account. What do I have? Me, for example, right? And look at yours too. Do you have any DPS? I have a Venti. He's really good crowd control. God damn, the pixels are really bad right now. I don't know why. I tried to fix it. It's not fixing. I also have a maxed out official who's pretty good DPS, but I don't think she does it for me. I need multiple DPS characters. Xianling's my fire character. She's not too good. Noelle's my sub healer, and of course Barbara is my main healer. Free constellation, I'll take that. It's a sick constellation. But you see, my account's lacking. So I'm in desperate need of DPS at the moment. So I would go ahead and look at what I have. So as you guys know, pities carry over to the next banner. I'm 80 away. I'm guaranteed 1 5-star in my primo. I can take the risk and do the multi. If I get him, I get him. If I don't, I can get who's on this banner. Now what I'm looking for is Diluc Kaching, right? So they're the other two DPS characters. Diluc is right there. Keqing is right there. So right now I have 3 characters that I can get. My chance to get a character I want is higher than getting a character I don't want. I would pull, and if I don't get him, that sucks. But my next character I want to get is guaranteed. If you have DPS, if you have Diluc, Keqing, you have good like Munna, you have water characters up the ass, I think you should skip. But it's your choice. 20 days is a long time. You can do what you want. I'm going to go ahead and hop into the showcase for Childe right now. Tartaglia Childe is kind of a weird one. You got to learn his kit. He's very weird. He has swords. He has Riptide. He has all the other things you got to learn. Also, his animation is really bad because he's bad with the bow. So I like that detail. You know, he's very sloppy with it. Once again, excuse the pixels. Alright, so first let's talk about his basic attack. It's just 6 shots right off a rip. Boom. And his charge attack, it's just straight water. It's just a charge attack, and it does deal Riptide to opponents. And I think if you hit someone again with the fully attacked hit, they'll have AoE damage. So I can go ahead and toss you the gameplay right here. So 6 normal attacks. Boom. Alright. Now if I do a fully charged shot on an opponent, it'll have Riptide on them. And if I attack them, the Riptide will have AoE effect. Now, if I do kill someone with Riptide status on top of them with a charged arrow shot, it will reapply Riptide to everyone else, which I do want to show you here. Okay, he's pretty weak. Boom. Now everyone around him has Riptide. Riptide is different depending on what you do. So Riptide, for example, with the range stance, just does AoE damage. Very nice. Of course, I'm going to be popping stuff on screen for you guys to see. And let's go ahead and hop into his E. His E is literally just swords. When you pop it, you deal damage to everyone nearby. You can go ahead and just start slashing. Alright. When you apply Riptide on enemies and you attack with your basic attacks, it'll do AoE hydro damage to all enemies nearby. Now, if you're in melee stance, attacking an enemy, and if you crit them, you get, guess what? Riptide on them. So what you want to do is build crit, I guess, in a way to apply Riptide if you don't want to do it with your bow, because this allows other enemies to have it on. Also, if they have Riptide on them, you pull out your spear and do AoE damage, which I thought was a clean mix-up. His once you put away his swords, his cooldown is longer. So the longer you have it out, the longer the cooldown is. For now, I gotta wait 40 minutes, or 40 seconds, which is extremely long. But honestly, I love it. I think it's one of the greatest, in terms of fun. Like, it's just so fun to just go around and slash. But now I'm stuck into this boring state where I'm just walking around and running, and it's just like, it's whatever. Now let's go and talk about his elemental burst. His elemental burst with his bow, this one is really good. You want to probably start with this and then use the one on his sword. So if I click Q, I'll apply Riptide on everyone I just hit. Or, oh, that guy died. Okay. I applied Riptide on everyone I just hit. I regenerate a lot of energy from it. And now this is a good way for me to mix up into my alt or my E. But the thing about my E is here, if I switch to it, I can start dealing crazy damage, building elemental energy, and his elemental burst is different. He does an AoE attack. Any enemies with Riptide on them will take a second chunk of AoE hydro damage. Now, of course, I hop off it. I have 15 seconds on. You guys see how that changes? Depending on how much time I have left, I get it. Honestly, I love Riptide. I think Childe's a great unit, and I died. So we'll be right back with the repeat so I can teach you more. Okay, let's go to talk about his talents right now. So the one we're seeing right now has no constellations and has max talents, which is great. His passive number 1, never ending, extends Riptide by 8 seconds. Amazing talent. Amazing, bro. This is so good. This alone is so good. It could be a constellation. You know what I mean? I'm surprised they didn't make it a constellation. It's just broken. Okay. Sword of Torrents. While Tartaglia is in Foul Legacy Raging Tide. That's his E, by the way, guys. His they apply Riptide basically. Very simple. It's just me reading out the talents. Increases all your own and party members' talents for basic attack by 1. So Kaya, for example, or Kaya, whatever you want to call him, has an extra +1 basic attack level because of Childe. This means he could be a decent support if you're going for all-out basic attack damage. This also does increase his own talent level, so that's sick. Let's go and talk about his constellations right here. Constellation 1 decreases the cooldown of Foul Legacy Raging Tide. This is so good. It decreases the cooldown of his swords by 20%. This is so good. But here's the thing I was thinking. Maybe you would play with Childe. You don't want him out all the time. So maybe the long cooldown isn't so bad, because then you can switch to other characters, deal what you need to do, maybe put official, and then by the time you come back, you'll have it. Of course, there's nothing wrong in having this, but I wouldn't recommend hunting it. When opponents affected by Riptide are defeated, Tartaglia generates 4 energy. Nuts. This should have been the first one. I would have actually went for a dupe. This is the first one. He's never running out of ultimate. Abyssal Mayhem, Vortex of Turmoil. Increases the level of Foul Legacy Raging Tide by 3. Okay, very simple. Literally just extra 3 levels. Abyssal Mayhem, Hydro Sprout. Tartalogia is in melee stance. Triggers Riptide slashes against opponents on the field affected by Riptide every 4 seconds. Otherwise, triggers Riptide Flash. Riptide slashes and Riptide flashes triggered by this constellation effect are not subject to the time intervals that would typically apply to the 2 Riptide effects. Basically, they have different, they last differently than a normal one would. See, the thing about this is, I think this is great. It's maybe, but the thing is, like, Constellation 4, let's get real here. You're probably never going to get there. Havoc Formless Blade, extra, like, 3 talent levels on your Elemental Burst. Havoc Annihilation. When Havoc Obliteration is cast in melee stance, the cooldown of Foul Legacy... Oh, man, it's just really sad, bro. Sorry for both my mic, but that's just nuts. Oh... That's just great. But the thing is, you can't just go ahead and use it. You need to be in his bow form, I believe, or else it won't work. Now, his crit rate, I don't know what it is, but we're going to go ahead and look at it. It looks not that bad. 50% crit rate. Never mind. Do not build crit rate on this guy. Build crit damage. For sure, build crit damage. Oh, my goodness. And if you hold it, look at that. Charge attack. Man, that's nuts. Oh, my goodness. Now we can go ahead and switch back to his bow stance. Apply the splash. Oh my goodness. You know what? Hold this KO, bro. Suman. So, overall, Childe is one of my favorite characters. We're going to be summoning for him. I love how I just said that he just came out. Just like, I'm so confident in saying he's my favorite character. We're going to go ahead and be summoning for him. Either right after this video is uploaded or the day after. I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet. I think I am actually just going to go ahead and summon. Screw it. That's not how you use his ultimate. Never do that. Make sure you apply Riptide before using it. But man, look at my elemental energy right now, guys. I just want you guys to let it sink in. I don't have this version of Childe that I'm using has no constellations. It's literally just him going bare bone at it. You know, people are probably gonna find some glitches out with this guy, but oh my goodness, I think he's definitely the most fun character in the game. Definitely the most tactical. Also, you gotta learn how to apply his elements, or else he's trash. Please don't fall off the map. I'm about to beat it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe. This was Should You Summon video. The game took me 200 years to update. And peace out, guys. Let me kill this guy real quick. And have a good one.